What is up, everybody? Hunter with Lost Socket Garage.
Hold on, I think my mic is doubling up. Okay. I think we're better now. Hope everyone is doing amazing. We here at Lost Socket Garage are very hot in the shop because it's hot as balls outside, but we're still cutting Mustangs in half. So if you haven't seen the show before, or if you don't know who we are, we take Mustang coupes, we cut them in half, and we turn them into Mustang fastbacks. That's kind of our shtick. And we do that because coupes are very cheap and fastbacks are not very cheap. So that gives us a unique perspective on being able to identify what these cars are actually worth. So I want to take you on a journey, a trip, if you will, down Mustang Lane. We're going to go shopping and we're going to look at some values today. Now, if anything is close to me, I'll be covering a couple of different websites, but if anything is close to me, you guys can feel free to reach out at LostSocketGarage@gmail.com, and I'm happy to go take a look. Got a couple of people in the chat right off the bat. Let's see. Frank, what's up, dude? Glad you're getting to see us, get to see me live. I want a shirt that says, "Help, I've dropped my socket and I can't pick it back up." Like a life alert. What was that? Was that life alert? Was it the... It was the little bracelet, right? Like way back in the day. What is up, Daps Rule? How are we doing, baby? We've done some footage of the Nugget. You know what's messed up, dude? Is I didn't realize that I have not edited the video of us actually cutting the Nugget up. So that is next on my to-do list. The latest installment of the Nugget saga. Drop the hearts, baby. It helps out the algorithm a ton. So like, subscribe, hit hearts, do all that shit. Ulrich, what's up, baby? How we doing? Michael, what's up, man? How are we? Patrick, my dude. Let's see here. My biggest ad crap up when they post two-door Mustangs. Yeah. Let's see here. I need to not explore. Let's see. Follow markets. What the fluff, dude? My profile. Oh, I bet it signed me up, huh? Or signed me out. Oh, give me a second. I'm logging into stuff. I bet professional channels would be like already logged into the websites that they're using. Guys, we use classic.com. We are not sponsored by them. I've emailed them a couple of times and no response. But when I think of, let's see, when I think of what a car is worth, I automatically think what someone's willing to pay for it. And the best way to look at that type of data is to look at the actual sales of these cars, right? So classic.com, what they do is they take a bunch of different websites like Hemmings and Mecum and Bring a Trailer and all that shit. They take all that data and then they squish it together. And that helps you kind of see like long-term sales patterns, etc. So if we want to look up like a 67 Mustang fastback, which is really the sweet spot as far as value is concerned, over the last 5 years, they're worth about 70. Over the last single year, they're worth about 66 on average. And you guys can kind of go in and look at the data a little bit more. But I'm not going to try to sell it for them if they're not willing to pay me for it. So this is the tool that we use primarily. And with that in mind, let's get into some Mustang shopping. Guys, drop your questions or say what's up down in the comments. Hit the little heart button. It definitely helps the algorithm. And we need all the help we can get. This is a 1966 Mustang Coupe. I think this one was on last week. I don't remember. If we take a look at coupe values, now most of you guys have been with me for a while, have seen a couple of the shows at least. So a lot of basically coupes are worth about 20 to 25 grand completed, and that ranges from a 65, which is a little bit cheaper, and a 66. 67, 68 is kind of the sweet spot at around 23 to 25. And then your 69s and 70s, man, they're just not worth a whole hell of a lot. And honestly, that's why I have a job right now. So when we look at a coupe, we need it to be, if it's around the 15 to 20 grand mark, we need that fucker basically finished running and driving. Randy, what's up? Hopefully sending me something soon. Woo! Is it whiskey? Because I like that. I know it's not whiskey. I bet you mean it's a car. And I'm fine with that too. Because then I'll just go buy some whiskey. Crack up, not crap. Damn, the energy drink shakes. You have energy drink shakes, Patrick? I don't even know what that is. Dude, okay, so I preloaded a little bit on the energy drink because I was tired of shit. Been here since 6 a.m. So we're going to see how the tail end of this show goes. But I had my energy drink like an hour ago. That should scare y'all. It scares me. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see what 17 grand in this car will get us. This is a 1966 Ford Mustang. I've owned this car for 18 years. It has a bored-out 5.0 engine in it. The engine maybe has 100 or 1,000 miles on it since it's been rebuilt. Let's see. 4-speed top loader. Dope. 9-inch rear end. Also cool. 380 posi track. Nice. Front brakes. 4-row radio. So this is built. It's in kind of a flat... Looks like a satin gray, which I don't mind at all. Looking through this, hood alignment looks a little shitty. See, I can't tell if it's paint or if it's just like primered. I think it's kind of paint, kind of paint. But this rust-free car, this looks really rust-free. I hate the side scoops. Look, the side scoops have a side scoop. That's Aereo on Aereo on Aereo. That's so cool. It's maximum Aereo. I bet they came out with these center consoles in like the 90s. This is the type of shit you can buy at like the truck stops. So 17 grand, guys. If it runs and drives, see, the interior looks decent. I don't know. I would give this a thorough go on rust, but as long as there's no rust and the bodywork looks pretty good, I think 17 grand is not a bad deal for this. It's probably going to haul ass. So, that's cool, right? We all want a car that hauls ass. 17 grand, solid deal. That's in Roy. I could go look at this. If there's anyone that is not close here, I'm more than happy to go take a look. Oh, God, I just saw Everclear in the comments, so now I have to catch up to see where it all went wrong. Love seeing the progress on the new J. Thanks, man. I know, we're starting to get back into work on it. We'll be priming soon. You need to do one of them Mustang Ranchero conversions. I don't want to. They look so weird, dude. They look so weird. Everclear is more fun. Okay, here's where it starts falling off track. Yes, but Everclear tastes like, well, Everclear. Derry, you don't know shit about Everclear. Let the men talk. My voice changed. It went down an octave after a fucking night with Everclear, and it has never gone back up. Let's see. Side scoop for a side scoop. For a side scoop. For a side scoop. For a side scoop. It's like one of those mirror, back-to-back mirrors. True Everclear burns all the way down. Everclear is just a sign of fucking bad decisions. It's the name of my softball team, by the way. Bad Decisions. It's fucking dope. 28 grand for a 65. Now, it looks really pretty. Third owner, not original engine, radio not installed, 65, good condition, runs well. Okay, no description whatsoever. Looks like a 289 car. Paint looks decent. Interior looks decent. Dash looks fine. This is a little questionable. I don't know what's going on right here. These are the things that you guys really have to look at, because when this weather stripping fails along here, water starts seeping in, and then your dash is all metal, so this stuff will rust out. And it's kind of hard to notice sometimes because it'll rust out behind here, and there's a panel that covers that. So interior It looks like there's a lot of updated shit in this interior, except for the dash. Again, a little worrisome. Could be just like cracked paint and stuff. But for 28, was this one really 28 grand? Yeah, fuck that. Nope. 28 grand for, nope. Not worth it. I like that car at 17. I like that car at 17. Yeah. We don't even know what the underside of this car looks like. Again, anything could be hiding, but just based off of what I've seen, a few concerning areas, something where if you take off a layer of something, you're going to find some shit behind it. We're way heavy on that. This 65, we've actually shown it a couple of times. It's been for sale for a while. This thing is cherry. It looks fucking amazing. I think a car dealership is selling it, which is part of the, I guess they're not great, but the thing is cherry, and I think it's a steal at 55. So these fastbacks, so 65 and 66 fastbacks are going for about 55 to 65 grand. They're a little bit cheaper than a 67 to 68. Guys, weigh in the comments, but I think that the main reason that the 67 and 68 Mustangs are so expensive, the fastbacks rather, I honestly think it's just the movie car effect. You know? So tell me about that. Tell me what you think. That's never clear speaking right there. Yeah, no shit. Never clear is high octane than race gas. Yeah. Comes out faster too. I like it 2,500. Yeah, right. Idaho salt roads. Yeah, and that's a good point, Frank. You know, when you're buying mountain town cars, this goes for Utah, obviously. But you know, there's going to be rust. It probably has not been garage kept all of its life. Yeah. Yeah, I just 28's just not, yeah. Price too high. Oh, here's a good one. This is this is a real fastback, but I want to answer this question by Patrick to start with. So a real question, are you seeing metal prices increase? We are at work with the truck industry. Yes. We got hit fairly hard on random shit. Primarily what it's been, the biggest issue in our industry right now as far as getting conversion kits or getting metal kits at all, honestly is kind of like the backlog, because we're like the second to third hands to touch these panels when they come in. So they get made in Taiwan. Then they go to Dynacorn. Now, we're Dynacorn dealers, but we buy all of our stuff from CJ Pony Parts. Link in the description. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Helps out the shop. But when you buy your parts through CJ Pony Parts, most of that stuff, as far as the metal panels are concerned, dude, that's... I mean... They're the same thing, so when they get to Dynacorn, the issue is Dynacorn doesn't know what to charge CJ Pony Parts for the inventory that they have. So Dynacorn's the main manufacturer. Well, if I don't know what tariffs, and because of the tariffs kind of going up and down, and you know, I'm not going to get political, but like everything kind of being up in the air, Dynacorn doesn't want to order more shit from Taiwan because they have no fucking idea, A, how long it's going to take to get here, 2, how much they're able to resell that stuff for, because they don't know what their bottom line costs are going to be. So our side assemblies for 65 and 66 way back ordered, and they went up like 200 or 300 a side. And the main issue, so price impact, that's been the biggest one, but I would say availability of parts and back order of parts, that's the biggest issue that we've run into recently. Good question, Patrick. I appreciate it. Yes, Gone in 60 Seconds changed everything. Yeah, dude, honestly, for these fastbacks, like, I mean, Bullet, yes, but the car was still relatively new when Bullet came out. So the Gone in 60 Seconds, which originally, the first Gone in 60 Seconds, I think that was like a 71 or a 1970 or something like that. It was the remake that really launched these fastbacks, in my opinion, and a couple of you in the audience apparently, into the fucking ridiculously expensive cars that they are now. Mr. Fix-It, what's up, dog? How do I share a car found, a 69 fastback on Marketplace for $5,900? That's a good question. Shoot it in the chat. Throw it in the chat. See if you can do that. Throw it in the chat. This is a real fastback. Eagle Mountain, totally drivable. For me, at least. So if you want me to go take a look at this car's like five different shades of blue and gray. But it is a real fastback. Let's take a look at the description, which is really, really fucking long, so I'm not going to read all this. 68, C code 289, non-running. Car was resto modded, vintage styling, blah, blah, blah. Set up for a Coyote and a Tremec TK5, TKO. Shock towers have been shaved, okay, with 3/8 plate steel. Why wouldn't you just take them off? I don't know. Well, I guess some people like the shock tower look still. I don't know. Shelby sway bar, a bunch of other shit. 9-inch, power brake boosted, new floors, toe boards, engine bay all around, undercarriage, Raptor lined. Let's take a look at the pictures. 28 grand. So, guys, this is part of the reason that I, yeah, you could do that, Patrick. You could share it. I think you can do that. I need to learn how to be better with like the community on Facebook and like create a chat or something like that so you guys can like load up. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm too old to figure out the Facebook shit. But no, try sharing it on the page or shoot it in the chat and I can look at them. So the part of the reason I put together this show is because at 28 grand you're gonna look at this car and be like, what the fuck am I getting for 30 grand, right? But in reality, it's a C code. It's going to be worth, let's say, with just a 289 in it, it's going to be worth around 65 grand when it's done. So that means that you have, 40 grand to play with. So if you can get this car done as a 289 or a 351 or whatever, with 40 grand, then it's a good deal, right? That's how we break down that math. So that math is going to change on whether or not you're paying me to finish the car or whether you're doing it yourself. It's part of the reason I put together this show is to really break down some of these realistic costs. Now, this car is heavily resto modded, which is dope. It's a solid platform. It's already got the side scoops. It looks like most of the metal work's done. It's a real fastback. I think I said that already. Oh, this is what they did. Okay. So they just kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this. They didn't really do, they didn't really do like a Mustang 2 on it. They just shaved the shock towers and put a plate over it. It's not bad. Let me know what you guys think about that. But still, I don't understand if you're dropping a Coyote. So he said in this, he's dropping a Coyote, or it was built for a Coyote. The Coyote does not come with it for 28 grand, but it does come with a T5 transmission. And obviously everything that's welded to the car. But so I don't understand if you're throwing a Coyote in there, that's still a really tight fit. Like, why not just delete the shock tower? Well, I guess because you have to run, he's running shocks. That would make sense. Guys, I'm camping this weekend, and I'm just fucking, I am checked out, ladies and gentle dudes. Metal looks fine. Let's see here. Let me catch up on comments while you guys stare at this coilover. Ooh, stare at this interior. Tell me something interesting. Let's see. The original Bullet car was the best. Yeah, it's a beautiful car, man. It was a 71 Mustang. Thank you. Yeah. I thought it was like just... So when originally Gone in 60 Seconds was made, thank you, Michael, 71 Mustang, it was ugly as shit. So it's funny that they redid it with, a 68 and, did all the stuff to it. They made that car a billion times better. Will do. Cool. Water free, sure. Facebook, all that work. Take out the shock towers and put in upgrades. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I know he wants to run, it looks like he's running coilovers, but like a good Mustang 2 kit, you can still run it's, I don't know. I don't really get that setup, but, a couple of ways to skin a cat, or so they say. I already have my project, so maybe someone else needs a good shell. Dope. Take out the shock towers. Amen. Where are you going, Ken? Dude, Alf, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? I haven't seen you for a hot minute. T5 behind a Coyote isn't lasting very long. Yeah, so in the description, Michael, I shorted you on the description. It does come with interior. That looks pretty dope. Interior panels. If all the metal work's done on this car. Yeah, so it's not coming with the Coyote, but he has a 427 Windsor long block. No, he doesn't have. So this is not coming with a motor regardless, but you could pay a little extra for a 427 long block or the Coyote. Honestly, 27 grand, I don't mind it. I think it's a pretty good deal because it looks like all the metalwork is going to be done on it. And, I mean, that's aside from a paint job, that's where a lot of your labor is going to lie, is within the metalwork, especially on a fastback. So 27.5, it may not look worth it, but it probably is. Dude, it's been a while. Been crazy up here. I bet, man. Are you settled into your new shop yet? If you guys have not checked out Alf's Mustang Garage, dude's not far away from me, and he has an awesome Mustang channel. Way in-depth DIY walkthrough. So if you guys haven't, take a second, pop over to his channel and subscribe, because it's fire. Let's see. Let's take a look at a 68 fastback that is for sale. This is cheap, 42 grand. 68 fastback, Wendell, Idaho, car runs, drives, shifts, and stops well. That's really all the important shit. Here's a rebuilt 289 paired with a C4 automatic transmission, new full 4-barrel intake manifold, Nolly Street Performer carb were installed. The power brakes were professionally redone. I'm on slamming doors in this bitch. Jesus, so hostile. Is this the one that has GT bad? No, this one's a little fucked up. Okay, so when looking at a real fastback, it's really, really important that you guys are checking around the wheel wells. You're checking the floorboards, obviously. Filler panels anywhere at the bottom of the car. I don't know if that's dirt or rust at the bottom there, but anywhere at the bottom of the car, so it looks like there might be a little bit of rust. You don't have the signature rust under the engine panels. You'll have 2 rust spots on average if the car has seen some bad days. Also, I mean, hoods aren't terribly expensive, but they're expensive enough to where if you're buying a fastback, you probably don't want to have to replace it. It needs a new. So, I mean, that's what. Oh, yes, floor. Trunk pictures. Something's happened here. They've done some patching. So I would definitely pull this out, put a magnet to it, see exactly what's going on, because this looks like it has some rust damage. Let's see. Coyote with a 10-speed, 9-inch posi, SHE Roush, 780 horsepower, makes a beautiful super stank. Jesus, Frank. Yeah, no shit. That would haul ass. So yeah, common rust areas for this fastback, it's going to be right along the wheel wells. Oh yeah, yes. No? Okay. Tank just has gunk on it. That's no biggie. A lot of this looks surface. Eugh. This whole thing just looks like a wasp nest. Like, it's camoed as a wasp nest. Wasp nest. Why is that so hard to say? Wasp nest. Rad support looks fair to middling. Not bad. Honestly, 40 grand. Just kidding. 42 grand. I think he's a little high on it still. Not a bad deal, but it is going to need a full paint job. You're going to need to go through. I'm sure there's some hidden rust issues. You have some signs of it. So, I mean, this is a car that I would go through with a fine-tooth comb. But not bad. Not bad pricing. Pretty from 20 feet away. Yeah. I mean, pretty much, dude. This is a 66 coupe that we've actually worked on before. He's dropped the price to 14 grand. Honestly, with the work that's gone into this car, I know he doesn't. It's not a 301. It's a 302. It sounds good. It runs good. We did a wiring harness on it. We did new gauges in it. There's a lot of metal work that needs to be done. I would probably only consider this car as a candidate for a coupe-to-fastback conversion. I don't remember all that was rusted out, but there was a lot of shit just holding on by hopes and prayers. I think the drop downs were shot. I think the floor needed to be replaced. But at 14 grand, the drivetrain alone is probably worth it. The interior, you can use the front half of the interior. It had decent suspension on it, if I do remember correctly. The power plant was great. Like, it has a lot of pluses. I think he originally tried to sell it for like 20 grand or something like that, and definitely did not get money out of it. It does have a Eleanor hood and an Eleanor front nose on it. We did the gauges that he did not take a picture of. Fine, dude. I didn't want to be in your KSL posting anyway. Any hoozles. Cool color. Not a bad starter V8, to be honest with you. 14 grand. Fairly good deal. More than happy to run and give you guys a detailed breakdown. I actually think we have a couple of videos on this car. They were short videos on our channel. But I think I stayed away from the rest. Wasp's nest, and F it up. We all just said wasp nest. I know, right? Everybody say wasp nest. Drop a heart and then say wasp nest. I think the guy is just high on the price. Yeah. So yeah, this one, I think honestly a solid deal at his new price point. Old price point, definitely not so much. All right, moving on. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe. Throw some hearts. The little heart just in the corner. Go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit it. It helps the algorithm. Helps out the shop. And if you want to support us more, we actually have, we did kind of like a new website, a simpler design of a website with some new merch on it. I'm throwing new merch on it almost daily. We got Money Problems Fastback. We got Not All Burnouts Are Bad. Got our Never Tamed hoodie, Never Tamed coffee mugs. We have our keychains listed on here. Link is in the description as well as the chat. That's how you support the shop, or you can just buy us a beer. It's much appreciated. Moving on. Let's take a look at a fastback group. Now, these fastback groups on Facebook, dude, they're just like kind of the old forum days, the automotive forum days. Like if you're a Subaru guy, you looked at Naziok and, you know, all those forums and shit. Some of them can be really, really toxic, and that's kind of part of the reason I want to put this show together, is show what these cars are actually worth. You'll have people like laughing and saying, oh, it's not worth that much. This is a drag car, and what do we do, kids? We don't buy drag cars. I imagine that you all just said that in a Mickey voice. We don't buy drag cars, even if they have cool flames. Jesus. I mean, you can buy a whole ass shell for 20 grand. This thing is, I don't even know, because it has no pictures. Derry, can we play a game of shut the fuck up out there? That would be awesome. Hurt you. You can tear up boxes or something. I like how I'm telling guys how to work and what to do over the YouTube live. Thanks, Derry. 69. Coverjet Mach 1? All right, baby. Coverjet Mach 1. This is a real fucking deal. 125 grand. Fuck. You are pretty. Happy 4th of July. Us? I think he meant US there. Us. Raven black exterior with blackout hood treatment, black interior, 4-speed, magnums, power steering. Man, Cobra Jet 4-speed car. See how the Marty report? Marty report's very important on this. If you're going to pay 100 grand, 120 grand, 140, how much is he selling this for? $125,000. Oh, no. Okay. These are the areas I'm talking about. Yes, this is a very rare car, and it's a very expensive car. Okay? Okay? Let's take a look at the pricing. Okay? Look. This is the cover photo of this exact car. Loading. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Frank, ship whiskey. I know. I wish people would ship whiskey. Okay, so I know there's a... No, that's a Twister. That's a Twister. Fucking Twister. Still a... How many... Dude, I swear to God, man. I made a shit ton of Twisters. There's another Twister. I'm just looking for... I saw a Super Cobra Jet for sale or that sold a while back. 428 Super Cobra Jet. Mach 1 and 181. I don't know, dude. This one's hard. Like, it probably needs touch-up here and there. I hope that's not rust. But, I mean, you're buying a piece of history. If you gave me 125 grand, this is not a piece of history I would buy. But, I mean, it's an Arca. Like, this thing is the real fucking deal, guys. It's the real deal. Okay? There's a Marty on it. One of... That's dope. Sick car. Wow, identical to the one I owned. I got married in 73, was in the Army, headed to Okie, and sold it. Stupid me. Dude, every car guy has one of these fucking stories, man. Mine was a 93 RX-7, and the other one was a 73 Nova. Those are my dope cars. Let's see. Tribute. 67 GT350 Tribute. 3-year ground up. Originally an A code. Okay. So, this... this is an interesting one. This is a real fastback. Now, as a real fastback, it's V8 car. It's probably worth around, again, 60 to 70 grand. Right? A tribute car, now if it's like a Golden Nugget tribute, we all love the Golden Nugget around here, but they're just not worth shit, right? It's not a big deal. But if it's a Shelby tribute, and if they get everything right, it does actually add intrinsic value to the fastback. So I know you're saying, well, you know, that's almost 100 grand for not a Shelby. Well, you're getting the same thing as a Shelby for a third of the price. That's beautiful, though. Where's this at? Dubuque. Dubuque, Iowa. That's dope. Oh, man, they killed it, though. Why is the exhaust so low, man? Paying 90 grand and your exhaust is 13 fucking inches off of your rear valance? Like it's GT valance. So suck that fucker up in there, man. Exhaust hangers are like $12. Maybe 15 with inflation. Tariffs. No radio? Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, it's got a roll cage in it, though. That's pretty dope. Beautiful car. 90 grand. Ugh. You got to really like it. I mean, yeah, that's not a bad price. Okay. That is the classic fastback Mustangs for sale. This is the group. We're going to move on to Marketplace. First off, let me catch it. Twisters are freaking sweet. I know, Frank, dude, I have like a script that I'm putting together for a Twister special that I'm gonna do. It's just I gotta do some other. I know I keep saying that like every week. Not $12 holding up a sale. Yeah, no shit. I know, dude. Just a couple of exhaust hangers, man. Just like they're cutouts there for a reason. Let's see. Frank said it was missing an Oiler car. Amir, what's up, dog? How are we doing, man? Hope you're doing wonderful today. Frank says not 90K. Yeah, it's understandable. I mean, that's a real specific car. I don't mind it. I'd like it a lot better at 80, 75 to 80, but I understand that there's a lot of work, a lot of fiberglass that went into it. I get it. It really just depends on what you guys are looking for. So if you guys are enjoying the content, like, subscribe. We have an awesome video coming out tomorrow on the most recent conversion we did, which was we named her Black Betty. And let's just say the video got out of hand very, very quickly. And just to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse into the video that's out now, if you're part of the community on Facebook or on YouTube, but it comes out tomorrow night for everyone else to see. This is going to be a little preview of our Black Betty video.
What is up, everybody? Hunter with Lost Socket Garage, and today we're going to be cutting into our newest conversion, Black Betty.
Oh, Black Betty, bam-a-lam. Oh, Black Betty, bam-a-lam. Black Betty at a trial, bam-a-lam. Nice thing go on, bam-a-lam. Oh, Black Betty.
All right, my name is Hunter, and today on Jackass, we find out how much fucking Bondo is actually too much Bondo.
That, this did this number. Oh my God, look at the whole rocker. Look at it. Oh my God. All right. Oh my God.
So I just say, don't be a dick?
See.
Oh, don't be a dick.
Well, not right now. I have to do it.
Yep, there's your little preview of today's video that is coming out tomorrow. Whatever, I don't know the math. But if you are a member of our community, it's out now. You can view it a little bit early. It was a really fun video. Did a little music video for it, and we had the most. Dude, okay. So that rocker. Oh my God! I'm gonna show you. You guys wait right there. I still have a piece of it. Hold on. Hi, I'm back. Whew. Okay. Bros, dudes, ladies. There's no ladies in here. Dudes, check this shit out. How fucking crazy. Like, the whole ass rocker was just this. Just Bondo. Layers of Bondo. I chiseled the whole fucking thing out. It's crazy, but we go over it in that video. That was a fun video to make, man. So check it out, like it, subscribe, turn on alerts, help support the channel. Let's get into some marketplace stuff. Michael, 96 Twister specials were made for KC dealers. Half had 428 Cobra Jets, the other 351 Clevelands. Yeah, Michael, I mean, it's a super fucking rare car. I've already done a bunch of research on them and stuff. And it's a video I need to do. Just haven't had the time yet because I think it's really cool. In fact, the way that I found out about the Twister was through this show, because I was looking at Classic.com and I was like, why the fuck are those selling for so much? And then I was like, Twister? What's a Twister? And then someone in the comments is like, dude, a Twister is like really rare. They only made a few of them. I was like, haha. I should do a video on that. 67 coupe. What are we paying for this 67 coupe? $30,000. Let me rephrase that. What are we not paying for this coupe? We're not paying $30,000 for this coupe. It looks nice. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Keep them coming. Helps out the algorithm. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Oh damn, this is a good trailer video. Popcorn and whiskey ready. Hell yeah, dude. No, it's a fun video, man. It's there's a lot of good stuff. But that car turned out awesome. We were really pumped to work on it. Oh Lord, Bondo holding it together. Dude, did I get okay. The piece that I broke off in that was like that long. I mean, I gave the guy half of it so he can use it as like a keychain or something. It's like an 8-inch thing, a fucking 2-inch thing, Bondo. But no, check this out. Yeah, I did get this piece. You see that? You see that? You see that? Yeah, that's a self-tapper. There were like little structural self-tappers, like throughout, and it was multiple layers. This shit was nuts. I'm sorry. It was crazy. Great video. Super fun. Hunter is getting all the hands on live. Yep, I'm trying, man. Damn, Mr. Fix-It. Takes a real artiste to form that Bondo rocker. Men were men and livestock were scared. No shit, dude. Speaking of remove before flight, check out our new keychain, flight tag. Yeah, dude, that bought, like, I had no idea. I had no fucking idea whatsoever. In fact, in the first part of it, I'm like, hey, this piece of the rocker looks a little suspicious, and it's a piece right by the B pillar. It was just kind of shaved off on the corner. I was like, fuck, that's Bondo. So there's going to be rust. There's going to be blah, 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 right? No, dude, that was holy balls, Batman. I got into it. I was like, oh my God, it keeps going. Oh my God, it keeps going. Oh my God. And apparently it had been like, I think it was like side impacted, and then they used some sort of like torsion bar to try to pull the inner rocker out or something. Dude, it was fucking bad. It was so bad. It was the craziest rocker. And I've seen a whole ass sunroof made out of Bondo, and this shit was crazier. And I never would have known. That's the thing. I never would have fucking known. That's why we take magnets when buying cars. This thing ain't worth 30 grand. That's pretty, though. Wait. Ooh. Tell me how you guys feel about that interior. Black on white interior? I kind of like it. I don't $30,000 like it, but I kind of fucking like it, right? Here's that fastback again. Let's take a look. $2 grand. Here's what I'm talking about. Give me the heaps for like $2 to $4 grand. Sweet spot for a coupe-to-fastback conversion. Thank you guys so much for the likes. It's helping out a ton. For those of you looking for a coupe-to-fastback conversion, we want to live in like the $2 to $5 grand range for a roller. And what I want for that is I want a clean title, and I want most of the car there. The whole top part of it can be completely fucked up. I don't give a shit. If it has a floor pan, that's optimal. But primarily I want good bones. I want good torque box. This is a 67. 67s only have one torque box. 68s have two. So I want good torque box or boxes and frame rails. For $2 grand, though, for $2 grand, what you see is what you get. This car is a full restoration or parts car. Does have a title. It has a title, guys. It has a title. I'm posting for my dad who had a medical emergency. Aw. Shush, Bill. You talk too much. Function the other, so we will never get this completed price is OBO. He wants it gone. Dude, if you're close to Middleton, Idaho, wherever the fuck Middleton, Idaho is, and you want a coupe-to-fastback conversion, this might be your donor. Oh my God. Look, this is so fucked up. These are the ones we want, guys. Like, this is really fucked up, but like, this is, they just decided to make a body line right there. They're like, you know what? I'm just going to cut this out right fucking here and slice in a new rear. All this shit's fine. I don't care about the quarter panel damage. I don't give a shit. This is a C-code car. Yeah, don't care about any of the rust. Honestly, this doesn't look too bad. This looks like mud. Where is this? Idaho. That's got to be rusted to fuck, right? I'm playing online detective right now, and I'm like, I'm using my squints, my squint binoculars, my squint noculars. Really should have taken my ADD meds today. Guys, this isn't bad. Well, there's your fuckery afoot right there. Just back of your torque box is gone. So your torque box does this, right? So this piece is on basically a 45-degree angle like this, and then your floor sits on it like this. So we're kind of looking at it on the side. You can get a two-piece torque box for $2 grand. Fuck, it's still almost worth it with a blown-out torque box. Wait, is it 73? So wait, I am so confused. Ivy Gold 65A, 67 though. I have no idea. I am so fucking confused by this ad. $2 grand though in Idaho? Yeah, all day long, baby. All day. Let's see. I like it. Yeah. No interior, no. Question, can you convert a convertible? It's a really good question. I'll answer that in just a second. Banjo in the background. Is that where Middleton, Idaho is banjo country? Did it really say OBO? It does say OBO. Yeah, dude. 1,300, 1,500. This is a deal at $2,000, to be honest with you, depending on what block it. Like $2,000 for a clean title is awesome. Great fucking deal. Convertible. Stop getting off topic. Convertibles historically are worth more. So the reason that we cut coupes in half so much is because they're really not worth shit. Convertibles, however, are still fetching like 35 to 40 grand. We can take a look here at 67 to 68. Oh, that's a GT convertible. GT convertibles are going to be more expensive. As I dream of Genie for some reason. Okay, so the convertible GT is still worth like 62 grand. That means that the convertibles are worth probably 10 to 15. Just a standard C-code convertible is worth a little bit less. But I mean, they're still fetching good numbers. So that means that for the money, it's a better value to shine up the trash can and make it look better for cheaper versus turning a convertible that still might be worth 35, 40, 45 grand into a fastback. Now, financially, it makes less sense, but structurally, it actually makes a little bit more sense. And the reason being is the convertibles, a 67 convertible, for example, comes with both torque boxes. 67 fastback only comes with one. Yeah. So it's sturdier. It's got the thicker gauge floor as well as an extra support. Since the convertible had no upper support, they made the floor thicker and they gave it more support in the middle. So technically, it makes a better ride, but usually not cost efficient. Normally, there's cheaper ways to do it. Replace frame rails all the way to the rear, no twist with the added horsepower. Yeah, no kidding. No one is driving to Middleton, Idaho. I'd ask for a few detailed pics or low offer, and they may take it. Yeah, I mean, it's if this guy was like, yeah, $1,300, that's a no-brainer. Honestly, really good deal at $2,000. Let's get going, shall we? Oh, it's a $5,500, 65. Oh my God, he's got a lot of stuff. Okay, good start. This is a 65 coupe. Now, just because it's black doesn't mean it's new metal. Keep that in mind. In fact, it looks like this might be new metal. Yeah. What is going on here? That's interesting. Okay, so it has at least one new fender, one stock fender, new rad support. Firewall looks decent. Oh, timeout. Let's take a look at the description. 65 Mustang coupe, rolling shell with a 289 small block, C4 automatic. Floor pan needs to be welded on, but it is ready and in place for it. Needs wiring, fuel tank. So for a shell, guys, again, we're looking about 3 to 5 grand, 2 to 5 grand for a shell if it comes with the motor, which it looks like it does. $5,500, clean title. It'd be a good deal for a coupe, and it would be a better deal for a coupe to fastback conversion. The dash looks pretty well done too. Let's see, needs wiring, has blah 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 blah. New doors, all glass. That's a lot of stuff for this car. These are the real ones that you want to find. These Lego kit cars that people just collected all these things to finish the car, and then they're moving or something like that, and they just need the space, so they get the fuck out, and they just try to get as much out as they can. $5,500, clean title. This is a point of concern, though. I believe that's a trunk. So if that trunk is fucked up, I would definitely double check like the rear brace that's in the trunk, and I would double check the frame rails and stuff. But it looks like this has been knocked around a bit. It could be, oh yeah, it did have a new fender on it, so it has been in a little bit of a collision. Okay, so that's something to note. Again, this is all shit that you guys need to just kind of like put together, give you a few tips, things to look for. That way when you go out and buy one of these, you don't get You don't get cornholed. All right. If you're enjoying the content, like, subscribe. It really helps out the channel, man. We're over 10,000 subscribers. I love doing these videos. We got some great stuff down the pike. Tomorrow, new video is coming out tomorrow evening, so set an alert for that. If you're part of our YouTube community, then bam, you know, you can watch it right after this live. We have a bunch of stuff on our shop. Brand new stuff. Not all burnouts are bad, and money problems, as well as coffee mugs, all that cool stuff. Links in the description and the chat. Helps out the show. That's much appreciated. Let's see. No one is driving to Middleton. Your voice impressions. Mickey Mouse. Was that the last one? Cameron from from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. No, but I could probably do it, Cameron. Yeah, he does that like hoity-toity voice. Mickey Mouse. Dude, I got voices for days, man. I was a very, very... let's put it this way. I had a lot of spare time on my hands as a child. 68 Ford Mustang Coupe, 23 grand. 23 grand, kids. We need this finished. We need no rust. We need it to be awesome. And it's a vinyl top. It looks new, but be very, very wary. Be very wary of vinyl top cars. You can ask our buddy Daps about that. Nugget was a vinyl top car. Be very careful with them. They always fucking rust, and they always lead to more rust. But this one looks fairly new. OM Jesus. 1968 Mustang with a 5.3 LS 4L60 transmission and a 9-inch Ford rear end. Yes! The fastest Mustangs are LS swapped after all, and this is a beautiful... Yeah, I'm paying 23 grand for this just to piss y'all off. 23 grand for an LS swapped Mustang Coupe? I don't even give a fuck if it has back seats. I don't care if it's a vinyl top or not. I'm gonna rip that bitch off. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, fuck yeah. Solid buy at 23 grand, honestly. Like a 5.3 LS in this tiny of a car, like a 408 stroker, hauls ass, a modern LS motor in this thing would fucking rip. I'm telling you right now, it would fucking rip. Rust tops. Sorry, Daps. Sorry, buddy. Little too soon. Do you use convertible floors in a fastback conversion if you're replacing the floor? No, we do not. They're more expensive. So a lot of times we'll add a torque box, but typically it's only by request. Because it is a bit of labor. It's quite a bit to do to add in a torque box. But the thicker gauge floor, my easier solution for that is frame rail connectors, which I know the support in the convertible goes right to left, and frame rails connectors go, north and south. But I just think bang for the buck, frame rail connectors, it's much easier. If you're already replacing the floor, I can't remember how much more expensive it is. I love this car, though. Someone buy it for me. Long story short, not much to the floor. It's a nice bonus, but it's not something I would pay extra for, essentially. New top. Yep. Hunter just got excited. What was the noise under the desk? What was the noise under the desk? It was like that. That's what the noise under the desk was. And if you want to see what the noise under the desk was, you can follow my Only Dads page. My feet pics will be out next week. I'm so going to get fucking demonetized for that. I hope I don't. All right, moving on to our picks of the week. First off is our shop pick of the week. This is where I find a car that I really like, and it's normally not a Ford or a Mustang, and I throw it up here. My contribution for the week is a 1961 Buick LeSabre. This 1961 Buick LeSabre body on a 1996 Buick Roadmaster chassis and driveline. Currently located at Murphy's Auto Repair. How sick of this? These just have like the best fucking body lines. The extreme body lines. Now, the caveat to that is replacement parts for a 61 Buick LeSabre. Good fucking luck, bud. But like, just look how classy this car looks. They fucked with different angles back then and different layers, you know? Shit was just so much cooler back then, you know what I mean? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 16 grand all day. I don't give a fuck what motor it has in it. 16 grand all day. Like, look how pretty this car is. Now look at what... Well, Buick doesn't do a lot now. I was going to say, look at a new Buick. This all look like shit, man. Oh, it's so pretty. Yep, 16 grand. Let's keep looking through it. You know, this one would actually be cool with one of those comic book paint jobs. You know, the marker one? You guys seen those? Have you heard about this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? It's like the marker that goes on the body line, so it makes it look like it's kind of cartoony. Look how classy this interior looks. I don't give a fuck about rust. I don't even care at this point. Big ass bench seat, beautiful interior. A little bit of surface rust here and there. It's very, very strange that while putting the interior in, they didn't just whiz that off. That would have been a really easy time to do that. Look how hot this car is. It's so pretty. I want it for 16 grand. Okay. Last but not least is Derry's pick of the week. Derry has an interesting taste in cars. He has put this one up on my screen. I have not looked at it. And he said it started at the last picture, and apparently I'll get it. So I don't know. Here goes Derry's pick of the week. Meow. Okay. 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 What the fuck? This. Nothing against it. Like, this is a lot of work. That looks like an Eleanor body kit. Shut the fuck up. Modified Chevy. Modified trade only for connoisseurs. How do you say connoisseurs in Spanish? Conocedores. I'm going to read this in Spanish. Modificada solo para conocedores en una Chevy GMT 400. Pero Facebook. No me dio el piso. I'm going to stop. I don't know. Okay, I want to know who thought this up. Okay, the Corvette taillights at the bottom of a Chevy truck. I want to know who started that fad, who started doing that, and I want to kick them in the balls, right in the frijoles, because it's just the dumbest shit I have ever seen. I fucking hate that modification. And I don't mind this truck whatsoever. Not something I would buy. But the Corvette taillights, just screams that you're going under the speed limit. Because you're a Corvette owner. Wow. Well, Derry has expanded my mind today, and I hope he has yours as well via me as your vessel. I don't know, dude. I'm going to go drink some beer, and I'm going to go camping. Until then, I hope you guys, by the way, had an amazing 4th of July. And I hope that you guys have a great weekend ahead. Be safe out there. It's a crazy world. Enjoy some cars. Drink some whiskey. Enjoy friends. Do what you love. Don't be a dick. And as always, never be tamed. Peace. How many fucking headlights do you need? How many headlights do you need? This thing is sponsored by AutoZone. How much chrome is on this fucking truck? I have questions. What is this front body kit? It literally looks like an Eleanor kit. Wow. That is... That is incredible. There is 3-spoke wheels. I did not notice that. Don't be a hater. I am not a hater. I am not a hater. There's a shit ton of work that went into this. But, again, I'll say it again. He lost me right here. Right here. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it.